Hello, and this is this is our very first podcast. It's a little podcast. We are and we are and we are talking about we're going to talking about neurodiversities in the fandoms, and uh, and then we could we're going to talk about our experience on the fandoms, and may as well as learn more each other's little bit more.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
so how do, how do you feel?
I'm good, yeah. A bit eepy, but good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when is the first mm, when is the first time we discover about the neurodiversities?
Um, that that goes back just before uh, uh just before my ninth grade end of my ninth grade at the end of junior high. Uh, and that came about when like I don't know when my mother who was a was an basically an education a psychologist revealed to me that uh, I was I had what at the time was called Asperger's. I've been that I've been diagnosed with a few years prior.
Ooh.
So although I knew the existence of being autistic, but it wasn't until like was it like close to 2 years ago when I really began to get a full picture of what it's actually what it's like being autistic or neurodivergent. That's around the time when I learned about neurodivergency as a large. Um, hold on.
As a
It wasn't
large.
like, uh, well, well. Although, okay, let me rephrase that. I'm not sure. Was it like I probably learned about neurodivergency or like ADHD and well, I did no, now. So I did also I learned that I had over the 4 year time I was at high school. I was also diagnosed with was it dyslexia, dysgraphia, and also ADHD. Well, ADHD at the end of pretty much at the after graduating from high school and starting my college career.
Wow. Is is it does it sorry. Mm,
Yeah.
what did when you find out you have the ADHD dyslexia, were you feeling were you had what areas in your life had difficulties to maintain?
Um. When I think about that now, one thing I noticed pretty early on in my life was that I had some like I I I I I knew I know so sometime you um I had a tendency to what is and now what I now know is uh, auditory stimming, or in other words, making sounds and such, like
Yeah,
like
it's
such like
the, like
and so
like
and also
yeah,
and also impulsive talking.
it's like it's like when it's like there's like subtle sounds like makes you it's like you it's like very and it's like are you it's like very annoyed by very annoyed by like certain sounds or any subtle sounds that caught your attention,
Oh,
even though even if like the like marble like the water drops like water drops sound some other people's talking from afar, like you can still hear you can still hear
um,
hear it. Is that isn't it?
um, although I wasn't, it's not that I was annoyed by being STEMmy. It was that other people around me got annoyed and making sounds. Like for instance, I remember my parents telling me to end quote unquote making noises on a bus when like my sister was happened to on the same bus just behind me, and she was like as a teen she was really she got find it very annoying making sounds and the, and and the fact was that and the thing that it got to me via my parents tells me how um how annoyed she was about it, but
Mm-hmm.
it was well nowadays she understands that better. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. For me, I think for I didn't know like I think I when I first started noticed with dyslexia, I didn't I didn't know how serious was my communication issues was. It's because
Oh yeah.
I had because I was that I had late 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 speech development when I was a baby. Like you
Oh
know
yeah.
yeah like you know a lot like lot like not like lot of babies like start to speak like when like starts to learn speaking when they are when they are 1 years old. I was about a year it was when I was about a year later.
Oh yeah. I didn't I spoke nada until like 36 months old or 3 years old, like, and that was it, and even that was thanks to like my parents noticed that I wasn't I wasn't like I was mute for the first 3 years of my life. So what my parents did was that pretty much around the time when I was attending kindergarten, I was they gave me a speech therapist, and thanks to their work, I gradually started to uh, speak my first words and such. But by then I was already so behind. I was so far behind that I was so late in the development. I actually that's pretty much where I started because speech is one of those key ingredients for communications and such. If you're
Yeah,
if
yeah,
you don't like if you don't develop speech uh, at 1 year of age, by the time you're 3, you're already in a situation where if you don't know how to communicate, um,
yeah,
you pretty much become
yeah.
an
Mm-hmm.
outsider.
Yeah, I agree that that's I think especially in kindergarten is a very serious issues like you mentioned. Like my parents signing me up signing me to the speech therapist in and as a switch to the a special kindergartens to fix my speech. Like for instance, like forming how to speak in a full sentences, try to describe things in how to describe things or objects uh, in fulls in a full adjectives, and try to teach me how to describe how to describe like describe abstract things like colors, patterns, numbers, and such.
Oh yeah, and also in my case, it was also about showing what different emotions, like it had the fact speech therapist had a picture of a different emotion and what they're called, like very basic
Okay,
stuff.
like wait, you teach emotions like what in you teach emotions that early, really?
Oh, well, it's not, although I kinda knew what different emotions were, thanks to the speech therapist. But other than that, I was pretty much I had pretty much alexithymia. Yeah,
So the what? Sorry.
alexithymia,
Uh,
or an inability to either describe or recognize different emotions. Basically, if you have alexithymia, you basically uh, don't have a
like
full understanding of
like
different
you
emotions,
yeah like you
or
numb
full range of emotions.
like you're numbing. It's like it's like you're numbing all emotions, like not you're like not letting not allow yourself to feel the emotions. Do we?
Not necessarily. It's just that I don't recognize what you're feeling. Like, for instance, the emotion. Uh, what's one example? Grudge, for instance.
Right,
That was pretty.
right.
That was I pretty recently learned that term,
Mm-hmm.
as well as the word
Ho-
loathing.
loathing was how to describe how to ask loathing like
A loathing means there are levels of emotions, like for instance, there's the mild case of anger, like for instance, rage is an extreme case of anger, and loathing is an extreme case of disgust or hatred.
ah
Yeah, like li- there's a there's online there's a wheel of different emotions, with the very basic and mild case being in around the center, and and it goes radiates from that at three levels.
it's like it teaches like that it's like the wheel the center layer is the basic motions, and then as it gradually to the other layer is like it's more and more
Uh,
more
yeah,
extremes.
yeah, 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 exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I like also recently learn about hate. The reason about the why we hate something. It's we it what the reason why we hate something. It's because because there's some lack of knowledge on something, or there's there are you are usually there are you are misunderstood something that you put that you're putting on negative put it on negative impact to
Ne- yeah, negative
you.
connotation. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Like if you say you hate this or and this and this and this, it's a case of not it's a different way of uh, telling how little there's for instance,
It's
if you hate early mornings, if you say you hate early mornings, it's more in the lines of I I I feel very nervous about early mornings because what if I don't wake up and get to work on time and such.
mm-hmm. It's like it's the same with it's I think it's the same with like holding grudge. I think it hate is like can it like leads to holding grudge on something that you hate. Like the more you revisit the more you revisit the things you hate that you don't like, it keeps going that the things you hate will keeps going for you until you learn
Hmm.
about how to like accept that accept that this thing exists for a reason, and yep, and you have to learn
Yeah. Oh yeah.
how to accept that things exist. I'm still I'm still
Yeah.
I'm still learning to accept that not just I think it's not just things that we hate. I think other people around us, especially with friends, coworkers, your partners, like it takes like it takes a long time to learn how to be accept that the things that has happened around us.
Yeah. How, yeah. For instance, what was it? What was again? For instance that I learned I didn't learn until a couple of months ago what it actually means to not take things personally too personally. Like for instance, if you feel uh for instance, is someone shouts at if a total stranger shouts at you or being rude or something towards you and you know then yeah, the thing I learned is about what it actually means in practice. How to not take things personally. This was a revelation for me. That instead of thinking they're mad at me, so they must that must mean I did something wrong. Whereas a more realistic or more instead of thinking that way, instead of think that person is probably having a bad day, and that's why they're
Like learning how
reacting
to,
or
yeah,
behaving in that
learn,
particular way.
yeah, yeah, I agree
So
with that. Hmm.
it's also it's not just about knowing yourself, but also or knowing different emotion, but also being gaining emotional intelligence, i.e., the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Yeah, but that also like that but that also it's a little bit difficult for if for some people who are not who isn't I'm not saying other people are not sympathy. I think they just not I think like some I mean some of our friends didn't didn't don't have the awareness in on other
Yeah,
people's on other people's emotions.
yeah, I remember way back in was it like 10 years ago? I saw a bit pretty much a video a news article talking about talking about autism and the one thing is, is the one thing I distinctly remember was that there's was the line quote, there's a common misconception that people who are autistic lack empathy, and this is not a this is not necessarily true.
Mm-hmm.
What is going on is that
Mm-hmm.
autistic people are really bad at recognizing emotions on other people. Or
Mm-hmm.
or they they do relate to those emotions, but uh, but when but when they do, it can be extremely intense, almost as if they feel too much for those even animals
Yeah, it's like a
and
sponge.
goats.
It's like a sponge. I would say like sometimes I would describe it as like emotional sponge. It's it means the emotional sponge. It's like absorbing other people's emotions to as recognized as its own. But if it and I didn't think I didn't that thought about that when I had the depression 3 years ago. I I I listened to other people. I listened to my other friends complaining for like just complaining at work, complaining live, and I took it personally, which will hurt. Will damage my, which makes me feel even more depressed. And I learned that, and like you said, I learned that not to take it too personally, and and try and I try not to fix other people. Try not to fix other people as well, because this is not my responsibility to fix others.
Like especially if the other person is unwilling to change. Like for instance, if someone has a victim mindset, that they always think that they're 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 the ones who
Like, oh,
like that. If someone has a victim mindset, that then when someone says that there's something wrong with you, that they'll go, no, no, how could you say that? I've always been a victim of prejudice and and such.
mm,
Uh,
it's
yeah, and this is also what I learned recently, is that uh, you you have to know there's a practical limit, like how much you can safely try to help others without the expense of your own mental health.
mm, yeah. It's when I yeah I also agree that I also agree that I have to be aware of who are you spend the energy with. Like,
Oh yeah,
yeah, I used to have a friends who run to me and just complaining this, complaining that, like every time I listen to this person, I always I always I always deplete it right after the talk.
oh by the way, it's also it's pretty that's pretty much uh for us autistic people,
Mm,
we we autistic people have no, I'm not saying in a bad way, but we autistic people have a our social battery is drains a lot quicker than non-autistic people, and it also takes more time to recharge. And what that means in practice is that you have you have less energy less energy to or less time that you or you have less energy to stay in a social situation and
yeah.
and what that leads to, you lead that group, that instance, earlier than others, and also you you also take a lot longer time in solitude to be ready for a next meetup. So, like for instance, back back in last September when I was attending fur floats, Baltic fur floats.
Mm-hmm.
I I pretty much I didn't I missed it was from a Friday to Sunday, but I missed on all both of those late night hour disco thingies, cause
Oh wow.
I like not only was I sleep deprived or in sleep that
Like sleep deprived.
sleep deprived, yeah, but also I was so exhausted by 8 or 9 p.m. Like
Oh my
I was
god,
like,
yeah.
no, yeah, no sleep. I need sleep. Sleep is great. Whereas others were going, whereas others were pretty much spending the whole night drinking and partying and such. Like what? There's one roommate, my cabin's roommate. Was it Quad? Yeah, Quad. For instance, when I woke up on Sunday morning at like was it like 9 or 7 a.m. Pretty much the exact same time. Pretty much the exact same time that when I woke up, he entered the cabin and was like, uh, I was like, where have you been? Like, where did you come from? Like, and it was like, I spent the whole night. I'm going to bed. Bye. Like he was already in hangover.
It's
I can't imagine. I can't imagine surviving that.
oh no, yeah. That's why, like, that's this is why, like, even you're not, even you're not not autistic, as an introverted, introverted person, like, it is a very it's an unbearable experience. Like, like I before I knew I was autistic, I always avoid any loud any just and I will always avoid anywhere that has like lot loud noises, like going to music festivals, going to going to conventional loans, because I cannot bear with all the people talking over each other. Like, I
Oh yeah, that's a mood right there. Ouch.
that's yeah. Unless unless
Like
yeah, unless you're going somewhere that you enjoy the most, like all those sensitivity, it's probably reduced. You probably ignore the sensitivity because you like and you enjoy the place the most.
enjoy what?
You like just like and just enjoying and just enjoying going to any places you like libraries, going to parks, just like those like
Yeah, carry on.
you know yeah, or maybe it's just or maybe just going to the convention by yourself, if would be would enjoy as much as hanging out with other friends. Like last November, last November there was a local furry convention. I I didn't know that I didn't dive into the fandom that time. I went there. I went there just by myself, and even even though I could not bear with could not bear with an enormous amount of visitors inside such a confined it's a confined room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Is it a was it like a combination of uh, social social anxiety and claustrophobia?
I I'm not yeah, it's a mix of it's a mix of social anxieties and I yeah, it's just social anxieties and such a and I cannot and there were way too many way too much noises around there.
Oh yeah, like speaking of one thing I've noticed that whenever I'm in a public places, especially like for instance a college cafeteria, I pretty much always wear headphones because the ambient noises it's just overstimulating. But also that also I've noticed that also hinders or makes it more difficult to interact with other people you want to interact with.
Yeah,
But also if you're wearing headphones, you might also come across as trying to minding your own business, where when in reality it's going contrary.
yeah, yeah. And it does that could also mean like just you could also mean just get off me, just mind your business. I don't want to talk to you. Just withdraw from withdraw from socializing.
like 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 for me it's more first and foremost it's more about uh, putting a less strain into my uh, auditory stimuli. Um,
Mm-hmm.
w- that also yeah it also has a big drawback, which makes socializing with people extra hard for autistic people. Like
Mm-hmm. That's
but may I hold on, may I go back to the purple thingy, because
the
the what because although this might sound surprising, but in my case I did I one thing I one odd thing that I noticed from people was that since I was very new to the very local in my country, a local um, a group of furries, like a Finn. I'm a Finn. Um, uh, just before, a few months before the purple, I joined. I first joined the Telegram group, and that's where we got to know each other before we met IRL. So by the time the purple started, I uh, I pretty much I was introducing myself like I'm Alatbar, who or you although you can also call me Astro, and so people and an odd thing I noticed that people were like, oh, a newcomer, nice to see you, yeah, like people were people for some reason people find found a vibe that one there were a couple of people who actually told me that I made a good such a good vibe to them, like show. like I don't know why, but I somehow subconscious subconscious subconsciously uh, uh, communicated. Like I
It's
didn't come across as shy, but more in the lines of a newcomer
it's
on
like
a
more it's like more outgoing. It becomes suddenly more outgoing because like you find because like
outgoing, but not only just not only just outgoing, but more in a, but moreover a confident one at that.
yeah.
Like I did like that also was also because I was putting so much effort, so much work into meeting pretty much all the people in the workload. So like for instance, on one evening I was with one group, and later in tomorrow next day next morning I was in another group, and in the day's afternoon I was in another group, and that etc etc. And
It's like you
so
yes
like there was one there was one fun case of a total stranger uh, sending me a Telegram DM, pretty much saying along the lines of, uh, I did I heard that you had some dishwashing soap with you. May I borrow your soap? And I was like I'm on my way, and sprint like. By the way, this ship, which was measured like 203 meters long, I was
wow.
only aft and I was only aft the stern section of the ship on deck 5, and they were way further stern. Way further bow and on
Wow.
deck 12 or deck 11. So I pretty much not exactly ran, but walked quickly and went. And I was since I had a picture that they were in a bit of a hurry, so I didn't bother going up the lifts. So I went like imagine going up well, how much, one, two, three, four, five, six, was it six flights of stairs. And
Jeez.
by the time I finally got to the cabin, I was like, is this the cabin? Oh, and I just
Mm.
and it, also I asked them, or like the first thing I said that may I come to their cabin, and they were like sure. Like the thing that I asked their permission signaled trust and mutual respect, so they were very much willing to, you know,
Mm-hmm.
have me stand. So I went to the cabin and introduced myself and such, and give the, as one of the person people were dishwashing their water bottles. I used that time to I was supposed to spend that time just long enough for him dishwash their bottles, but but it turned out uh, they wanted me there. Like they wanted like for some reason I
Like they suddenly
like they stay as soon as even as far as I remember, as soon as the person was done, I was like, okay, I'm done, and they were like, no, 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 you can stay here, like they wanted me there, like not in a kind of social way, but like I I, made a good I've given it a good energy, like how altruistic I was just by the fact that I went to the trouble of walking from that end of the ship to way up there, and give it the dishwasher, despite being very sleep deprived, dehydrated, and very exhausted. Like I could barely stand up straight, and I actually almost passed out from the exhaustion. And like they were like take it easy, take like when I mentioned I'm very dehydrated, and they were like,
Yeah.
oh no, please take care of yourself. So and later that after that after that event, uh, they all thanked me for having me.
It's such a nice. I think you had such a nice such a nice experience with the with with all of with all the furries in together. So
Pardon?
if it, yeah, it's feels it is feel it feels amazing to feel welcomed to feel
Yeah,
welcomed by them.
like like
Yeah.
for someone who's used to feeling used to the feeling of being an introvert, that when I first experienced that, I was startled. Like I was like, wait, whoa, this is weird. I'm not used to this.
Yeah. Right.
Um, and also and I also didn't like that, but that also had to do with the fact that I like in the last a year or two, since I've read a lot of like psychology based videos like Psych to Go and uh,
Oh yeah, I love the
Behavior
movie.
GG and such.
Yeah.
Like
Or
I learned, I put so much effort into learning about human psychology, also social psychology, like learning how people interact and why, and how to how to for instance, how to make yourself more interesting and more respected. Um, uh, so I stopped consciously, but I read so much that I stopped, like I didn't realize how much effort I had put myself all throughout those days until I first met them. I was like, huh, it did pay off in the end.
yeah. Yeah. It it feels amazing to have to have the like. It feels amazing to have the like my friends.
Yeah, like that's the
Yeah.
that's the thing, like that's how, but that's what's so great about psychology, like that it's not so it's like psychology in general, in my opinion, is not for professionals or therapists, or students who are trying to become a professional in that area, but it like like the very basic things you'll learn from psychology, like you have no idea like how much that helps in your everyday life. Uh, like yeah,
Like like it's very it's very important to it's like I think it's like very important to look out for your mental health. It's I think it's mental health is more important than physical health because mental health it's the pillar it's a pillar that supports like pretty much every single part of your body because without it like without it even you are like even you are a healthy, you even you are like physically healthy, it would your your body would your body would collapse would collapse like like instantly. So
Um, yeah, carry on.
so for me it so for me first so for me like I learned how to use how to reserve my mental energy to from like by focusing just on my growth, just focus on myself. It's like such for instance, I recently be I recently feeling little little bit more little bit more have a little bit more a little more clarity and a little bit energetic and being due to I due to due to some and because I invited because I invited my friends to just to hang out because when I first joined the when I first joined the Hong Kong Telegram for groups back in last last August. I would I would I met I was and at this, I met them at the same time in the anime conventions, and surprising and there was a there was a floor designated designated for a cosplay paradise. Yes, there's you know that that floor had as you know already know there are a whole lot of cosplayers and a bunch of furries. Yes, I have never I have never when I saw the first shooting in person for first time. I'm I w- I was captured and ecstatic. I fu- yeah,
As in, you feel at home? Question mark.
as in very happy. As in excited, very happy to to happy to see the first shooters in person.
Oh yeah, there is something. There was speaking of like when I first learned what a furry was, like was it like close to like 4 years ago. Um, like before that, I had no idea what the term furry meant. But soon as I learned what it actually is about, I'm like, wow, this is such a pretty thing. I like even back then, like years before I knew I was pan. I had a strange feeling of this is a group of people I feel somehow I feel at home because I see some beauty in that.
Yeah,
For instance, like uh, like furry community was pretty much was the thing that I first learned about the LGBT community
mm,
and all the different orientations.
yeah. Were you, did you thought the furry can also describe describes describes the dogs or they describe the pets are like have a lot of furs. That's what I thought at the first when I first hear furries. I thought I thought it's just an adjective to describe the bodies. And
Yeah,
then it feels
yeah,
weird.
carry on.
Yeah, it feels weird. Like when I when I first found out that uh the adult webs that webs when I first found that website, I didn't know what it was, and I just browsed those arts. The you know what I mean.
Oh no. Oh no.
I I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I didn't know I browsed those without knowing what a furry is until I found out I found out a fursuiters in the video, and I was amazed by how much detail the makers took to make their characters become a real life. And like
Oh yeah.
ah, there's one fursuiters from Taiwan. It's bubble tea dragon. Uh, it's uh his I love his very I love his expressions, and and the and the I love his expressions, and then the subtle poses he he acts
Oh.
in the video. It's so freaking cute. I one of the video that's one of the videos was is about in he casually he acts like a cat, casually push off his just to play around, just to casually push the bottle off the table. And
Sounds
that's
very furry.
it's so furry-ish and also very cat-like behavior, and I loved it.
Basically, yeah, basically sweet.
it's it's cute and also cute, and
Yeah.
and then and then
Like
and I was like, oh my god, oh my god, wow, people people can create their own characters and make it real life, like just like cosplay does. Dude, I was like, dude, I have to create my own. I have to create my own, and be and I have to become a furry, and I have to become a furry VTuber as well.
well, good for you.
Yeah, and and this is and this is like fifth year, and before new before new furry, I also stream, also stream occasionally on also stream occasionally like 5 years ago. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do. I just want to do something that want to do something that doesn't bore out my mind. And and since and since I have a little since I have a on and off experience on streaming, and and then and then last year, I believe like last or 2 years ago, yeah, no, 3 years ago, and I think to myself, hey, I that those VTuber models looks great, and since I like streaming and like VTubers, like why not make a VTuber models myself, and which leads to and which leads to leads to today. I'm I'm a half I'm a half that half dedicated streamer, want to be a just want to be a online purple cat video VTubers sharing
Same.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty much a catish fruit who also like 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 all speaking of speaking about the like how I first learned about VR social VR was like I remember way back in May of 2020 when I watched I saw a clip, a YouTube clip of SCP triple seven SCP triple nine and people basically the person showing this little orange blob cute thingy to people and that was my first exposure to like social VR. I was like, I I I now live in a world I never meant. That is so cool. The way that it casually was recommended to me and showing this thing and although I didn't really come became into or became into social VR until like a year after, but once I got into it, it became a you know
Oh.
what's what was it called again? Um, a routine, yeah.
A routine. Uh-huh.
I became obsessed with social VR even way back then before I've been into social VR social VR concert for like 3 years now, but it wasn't until this October that I I was quote unquote forced to create a VRC account just because I was awarded uh, I was awarded a what's it called um
Award?
I was gifted or not gifted but basically a lottery whoever wins the custom avatar giveaway and I won that I was like oh no oh god what do I do now
Mm.
and a friend of mine Overwatch she was like yeah go ahead time to create your own account and I was like oh god no and but when I went to the VRC account so like I was like how the hell should I do this then I went to the effort of going to the account not the account but to the VRC website and when I learned that like like there was a new thing called VRC beta, which is the Android version of VRC.
Oh
And
yeah,
I
that.
was like, man, I for this whole time I thought that I required a proper working laptop in order to play VR, and but but here it is, an Android app, which by the way was free of charge, of course, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, yes, like I got the VRC downloaded. I created my account, account, and started playing with, and also started quite quickly. I started um joining instances on a phone, like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was people say that VRC on Android is very very primitive, very limiting. People saying people saying that don't please don't. But I was thrilled by the fact not like that like even though was pretty primitive to play on a phone and not in with headset.
Mm-hmm.
Just the fact that I made it into VR, yeah, that was a I remember the first time I joined an instance uh, by slushy VRC.
Oh,
Like
one of the popular VTubers.
oh yeah, like 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 I remember how nervous I was being around people who are interacting with me. Chelsea was like, yeah, hi Astro. I was like, I'm already over my. Like, I was nervous, and she was like, yeah, no, no, you're doing great, Glenn. And it went up from there.
It's like, yeah, it's like, and I'm glad you take a little steps to be to be more confident around people. I'm,
Oh
I'm,
yeah, like
yeah, I'm glad I'm
like
glad you made
it
it.
doesn't happen by itself. You have to actually work on it actively.
I agree.
But also knowing how to start the proper way, how to uh, like join in an instance, like how you one thing I learned from my IRL college, well, friend of mine, she advised me to that like to ask questions like how you're doing and what is what are we doing currently and ask little questions and also don't become don't become despondent if they're not interested, at least not interested spontaneously we're gonna start talking in 5 minutes and you'll most likely get on board.
Oh yeah, it's like I there's a short about the communication skills. It's called threading. It's basically as you come as
Threading,
it's like
that was new.
it's from one of the shorts. It's one of the shorts. It's basically it's so when you communicate with your coworkers, your friends, your families, it's like it's like spreading out. It's like putting out as many keywords as many keywords topics as possible to to make the conversation more engaged.
And I that you got me interested.
I can show you I'll show you the shorts later. I think it's
Okay.
very I guess it's very I think it's very interesting, and that's where I learn about communicating with friends and maintain engaging conversations as well.
Sounds like a treasure trove.
And yeah, that's also why that's also how I start why streaming as a form of articulation communication practice.
Oh yeah, like you don't have to physically physically go to a place and it's a low threshold away of socializing with the people
Yeah,
whilst also being at the at the while being also being at home or what or basically being in a place that you're also comfortable with.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, we can continue this conversation next time. It's been one. Yep, we can continue this topic next time. So thank you Astro for for him for hanging out with me, and I have a and we have I have fun chatting with you.
Yeah. Thank you for yeah. You're welcome. Thank you. Also, thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
yeah. Hey, if you, if you want more if you want more a podcast like this one, if you subscribe to my channel and share this to your neurodivergent friends, and let me know what you think in the comments. And it's I'll see you in the next video.